Well, now that a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas is right now in effect, attention is turning to what happens next in the region.
And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace. Peace in the Middle East. We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday.
So that's U.S. President Donald Trump commenting on when an estimated 20 living Israeli hostages could be freed by Hamas under phase one of this agreement. Experts say other aspects of this 20-point plan will take longer and be more challenging to implement. For more on how the coming days might unfold, we're joined from Ottawa by Akash Maharaj. He's a senior fellow at the University of Toronto's Munk School of Global Affairs and Public Policy. Good morning.
Good morning.
So phase one of this deal begins with a ceasefire, and it will end with 400 aid trucks finally entering Gaza. That's 400 a day. What needs to start happening now for this first phase to be completed successfully?
The most important factor has already happened, and that is that there is a ceasefire in effect. The government of Israel has discontinued its aerial bombardment of Gaza and is beginning to pull its troops back from Gaza City to a line of demarcation. As you mentioned, Hamas now has until Monday morning to release the 20 living hostages to the government of Israel. They have an unspecified amount of time to locate and return the remains of another 28 deceased hostages. For its side, the government of Israel has said that it will release about 2,000 Palestinian prisoners who are being held in detention in a variety of forms, though the timeline for that has not yet been specified. The 600 aid trucks per day that will be carrying water, medical supplies, and food, that will extend for about 5 days. After that, the government of Israel has said that it will allow an increasing number of aid trucks into the Gaza Strip until the number of trucks reaches a threshold that was agreed in January. All in all, this is a significant moment, but it is a perilous and fragile moment.
Well, just, to demonstrate that fragility, we've been sharing with our viewers this live shot this morning. This is of people heading north in Gaza. And I'm just wondering if I don't know if you can see the shot, but I'm wondering if you can comment on this talks of rebuilding, this economic development plan to rebuild and re-energize Gaza. When, we've seen the shots through the last couple of years, when you look to the right of your screen, you see piles of rubble, which I can only imagine is what it's awaiting people who are traveling north. We know that the northern part of this region has been bombed out. What needs to happen? I mean, where are these people going, and what are they going to see when they arrive?
They are returning to sites of total devastation. Gaza has been largely reduced to dust and rubble. And despite the fact that the shooting has stopped, people are still dying. There are about 65,000 to 80,000 Palestinians who lie dead in that rubble. In addition, some 470,000 people continue to face catastrophic levels of hunger. It is likely that Palestinians will continue to die by the hundreds, perhaps by the thousands, of hunger, malnutrition, and untreated injuries. Nevertheless, in a conflict that has known nothing but despair for the past 2 years, this is a glimmer of hope. Unfortunately, what hope looks like in this context isn't the end of death, it's merely the end of killing.
Wow. I want to take a closer look at the other side of this peace plan. It's raising questions over Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's political future. According to a March survey from the Israeli Democracy Institute, 73% of Israelis want Netanyahu to resign, either immediately or after this war is over. Netanyahu is also in the middle of a corruption trial. Does this agreement put Netanyahu's leadership in jeopardy?
It does, and I would say that the single greatest threat to this peace plan is that while the people of Israel and Palestine desperately want peace, they are represented at the negotiating table by two sets of political actors who have every interest in seeing peace fail. Benjamin Netanyahu is wildly unpopular, as you pointed out, and the coming of peace may very well spell the end of his premiership. He has been sustained in office largely because Israelis have felt that it would be reckless to change governments in the middle of a war. Without a war, there's no need to keep him in office. On the side of Hamas, a critical part of this agreement is that Hamas must play no role in the governance of Gaza or the wider Palestinian territories. They have maintained themselves in power for the past 19 years through a combination of brutality, terrorism, and cancelled elections. They have cancelled and disrupted elections because they have known that the moment the people of the Palestinian people have an opportunity to vote, they would vote Hamas out of office. As a result, the people who hold the keys to the success of peace, Netanyahu's administration and the Hamas administration, are the very people who want peace the least, because the coming of peace means the end of their power.
Akash Maharaj, Senior Fellow at the University of Toronto's Monk School of Global Affairs and Public Policy. Great to have you on this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.